Okay, so we take our play pit sand again, just in case you hadn't seen it. Put out this paper sand to one side and set up the camera tripod here, I think, if we can. I have to put that down a bit. There we go. It's on the lean. No, it's on the lean. You don't want that. You don't want it to fall over mid-film. So for those who hadn't come in, we got ourselves our bucket. We've put our 6mm slot so we don't get any clogging over time. It's going to be there through the whole summer doing this. With our muslin, you can use fly wire, you can use your kitchen drying, paper toweling sort of thing. And if you do have any clogging problems, if you ever do, when I had smaller holes and short occasionally they would with some of the things I was doing, and then you just poke a hole in there. If you didn't poke too much, the sand didn't come falling through when it got saturated. But anyway, that's what we're basically going to do. And then we're going to fill the top of this with some small pieces of charcoal sort of thing. So that's what we're going to do. So I picked out some small pieces and we're just going to do this sort of usual thing. Maybe we need to get down and more over it, I don't know. Is that better? Nothing worse than not being able to see what's going on sort of thing. Okay, something like that. Move it over a bit. Yeah, as I said, my monitor's basically fucked, and I've got to put it in for its 3-year warranty. Then I'm going to put it in, and hopefully I'll get my monitor back for next year, and then we can do filming. But as I said, what I thought was being 10 litres of petrol being stolen, and being a dry as June, and the prey foliage sort of almost carking in the sand, and the wits. It was the warmest so-called European winter, June, July, August basically, here in southern Aberland. Yeah, it was just, it didn't seem logical. I had lots of trips planned, trying to wait to, I'll wait another week, hopefully the rain will get here by then or something, and wetting everything up, wetting industries, and no, it didn't eventuate, it didn't occur. And as I said, I went one day to the top of the hill and the car conked out, and I didn't quite get far enough to get over to the other, on the downward side. I just couldn't get the car going. Some nice chap came to help me out, gave me a litre of petrol. I went home for a litre of petrol. The bloke turns up. We eventually ended up putting in 10 litres, I think it was. What was the RAA man? And we, as I said, over the next few weeks, I basically calculated that I must have been down 10 litres, which was about $12 worth. And I know that $12 worth of petrol at today's prices can get me comfortably out to Kuiper and back. Not all the way down to Mount Compass, and that's a $20 trip, basically. So hopefully next year we'll be doing some $20 trips, or maybe $25, $30, $40 trips. I don't know. It depends on how things go, fellas. The way southern Aberland is going. We've got Sydney housing market bubble and Melbourne to burst, and as I said, when the hordes turn up, I just have to point them in the right direction. It's not me, it's definitely them, but they'll do sort of thing. The logic that faulted John Lennon, he couldn't handle that. He thought, the basic. Yeah, so anyway, we'll see how we go. We'll get this up. Of course, this will settle down, so that's why I'm going to get it. So normally you want to put your sand right to the top of the thing and let it settle down and do it. But the way the season's going, I just got to get going, fellas, It's just that kind of year, We can't. We're probably going to have a Ash Wednesday event come the new year, so at least we'll get some data back before the house gets burnt down, put it that way. At least you'll have some on your side of YouTube before that, and you'll have something if we're rebuilding the house next season or something, from 2018 into 2019 sort of thing. I'll probably be making lots of trips because, you know, I won't be able to stay here with all the builders banging along, you know, putting, you know, jackhammers around and all sorts of things, you know, as we rebuild, or may just end up going somewhere else. I don't know, you know, if it's going to be, how bad it's going to be. But, you know, they say anyone in the Mitcham Hills, if you don't get out of the Mitcham Hills area, you're going to be toast. There's only 2 roads basically out of this area. There's Flagstaff one and the one that goes through Blackwood, which the one down Blackwood they tell you to use. You think you must be crazy, but they've calculated. So here we go, fellas. Just get some of these fine bits of charcoal, and we just want to be able to cover the sand if we can, nicely, you know. Get rid of all the really chunky bits, and basically that's what we're going to do. So over time, as we water this thing, we water it by using a spacer disc so we don't push anything to one side. I'll show you that spacer disc. If this clip is long enough, I'll show you the spacer clip. Sorry, spacer disc. I think you've already seen it, but for those who haven't just come onto this clip on my channel by accident, you know. So this is basically what we're doing. So we're going to see, so there's no fine stuff in this. It's all been sifted out to remove all the, it's just smallest chunky bits here, and we're just going to see, and we can pull that back if we get some plants in it, and we'll see if they start growing, and by the end of the season whether the sand has become albium looking, you know, that sort of white, that sort of almost fluffy looking, I don't know, but anyway, basically what we've done there. So we'll just set this out in the rain to settle in, and it will shrink down probably a litre and a half sort of thing from the top, enough to be able to put in a litre and a half to, oh, it's heavy, fellas, it's heavy. I'm getting old and old. So okay, and we'll put that around about here if we can, down there. And we'll just check that the slot isn't something. Put the old spot cutting on this. Okay. Alright. I thought I had only 3 seconds on the card there. So, oh, 5. Wow. The other one took twice as long as this one. Okay, let's have a bit more film. So there's your slot. Doesn't really matter what the orientation is, fellas, as long as it drains. So we'll let that settle and get wet with the rain, and it should shrink down about a litre to a litre and a half. Same with this one. I should have put more sand in it, I reckon, but you know, we'll learn. I mean, I was gas bagging too much. Okay, so we got the 2, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I might want to put it over there and put that one over there, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Okay, over now.